Well, we're on the home stretch of the campaign now, and I want to thank everyone who's been involved. For over the past year, we have had folks coming out to our events, and I've been going around door to door conducting listening visits, just hearing from people at their homes and their businesses on what their priorities are.
I'm here for vacation.
Oh, I am glad to hear that.
We have to do more to strengthen our local shore economy.
We're not asking for any favors. We're asking to be treated what we think is fairly, yet we seem to be appraised and taxed at a way larger amount, and we just can't afford the increasing tax load.
Our economy is driven on tourism and all water-related industry and farming. And if you look at what's been going on the past years, we're just not doing enough to support our key industries.
Well, to be honest, we've gotten more regulations coming, and some are even worse than what we had already, and most of it's politically driven, not really science-based.
We want to make sure that once our young people are educated in our great schools in Worcester and Wicomico counties, that they'll have opportunities, if they want to stay here on the shore, to work and to live. And in that area of high tech, I think we can do a better job of strengthening the partnerships between facilities like NASA Wallops, with the Worcester County Technical School, with Warwick Community College, with Salisbury Universities, with small businesses who want to do more and partner with these other partners. But we have to give them incentives so that those small business entrepreneurs will take the risk and will invest in the shore. These are the folks that are going to be providing the jobs for our young people for the future. I've talked to so many local family business owners, and I'm taking to heart what they're letting me know. They want to pass their business on to their children, but they are so concerned and actually fearful that they might not be able to do so because of the current environment, meaning we are not business friendly here in Maryland. They are very concerned, tax after tax, regulation after regulation, that when it comes time to turning over the business, that their children may not want those businesses because of all the challenges that we currently face today.
I'm not sure I want our kids doing it. You know, there's no incentive to want them, to encourage them to be there and put up with it, you know, so if you think there's a better life.
And we want those young people to want to not only have a great education here on the shore, but to stay here, that we have opportunities, that there will be good businesses, that there will be strong year-round jobs, that they'll want to stay and raise their own families here on the shore. That's why I'm committed to this. I am a child of a family business, so I know how hard these families work.
And what do you think you need, and what are your expectations from state government that you can continue to pass this valuable business onto your children?
This is a fourth generation candy business. It's my brother Andrew and I that took over from our parents. This is a lifestyle for us. So there is no 100% vacation, because we're always involved with the business one way or the other. It's a struggle. I mean, in all honesty, it is a struggle every month you look at it and it's like, okay, I've got to account for this much. I understand where the money does go, but it is a challenge for us. It's a lot of saltwater taffy that we have to go over the counter before.
So every tax and every regulation that comes down is going to really hit you.
It hits us hard.
Time after time, visit after visit, I'm having small business owners, farmers, watermen, and retirees let me know that this is just far too expensive place to live, and it's being driven by more taxes and more regulations. I've talked to a lot of retirees throughout Ocean Pines and other areas in the district, and they're very concerned that when they made the decision to move to the shore, to retire here, that all of a sudden they've come and they realize that it's far more expensive than they originally thought and had planned. And they look over the border at Delaware and they see what's going on in Virginia, and they think, well, maybe we need to sell our home here and go and spend our retiring years in Delaware or Virginia. We want our retirees to stay on the shore. We want them to stay in Maryland. We've been a campaign for all ages. For the past year, I've been out doing door-to-door, and as I'm going, people are offering to help. They want to be part of making a stronger shore and a better Maryland. And we've had all kinds of events. We've done parades and festivals where we've pulled in young people. We've had folks that are willing to go door to door, to make phone calls, to be part of a movement, to be part of an effort to really make a stronger shore for the future. It's been exciting. It's been very uplifting to see how many young people we've been able to involve, and they inspire us to keep working and keep on it on the campaign trail. I've spent my entire campaign listening to your priorities. Our values and goals are the same: a strong economy, more jobs, clean and safe neighborhoods, and great schools. I have the energy and the will to defend our shore way of life.